This is my audience. Hello, my name is Starri Williams, and I will be speaking on George Washington Carver, Black History Moment. George Washington Carver, best quote, "If education is the key to unlock the golden door to freedom." George Washington Carver was born January the year of 1864, and his birth date was unknown. It was believed that he was born into slavery in Missouri the year of 1864 as well. George Washington Carver was born in Kansas Territory near Diamond Grove, Missouri. He was born to a mother, Mary, and a father, Giles, an enslaved couple owned by Moses Carver, a German farmer. George Washington Carver's father died shortly after his birth. George has 10 sisters who died before birth. He also had a brother who lived named James. George Washington Carver's early years was never easy. George Washington Carver and his brother went to a high school in their hometown, Neosho, where they had to walk 9 miles just to get to school. Both his brother and him went faithfully. Years passed as they was in school, and James decided not to go anymore, and he became a house painter. George Washington Carver finished his years and graduated at the age of 20. After slavery, Moses Carver and his wife Susan took in both George Washington Carver and his brother James. They always encouraged George Washington Carver to continue to fulfill his dreams and do whatever he wanted to do in life. Aunt Susan, as George would call her, taught him how to read and also how to write. Blacks weren't allowed to go to public school in their hometown in Missouri. To go to school, many blacks had to walk maybe 10 or even 9 miles like George and his brother James did as well. George Washington Carver applied to many different types of colleges in his early years. He was invited by Booker T. Washington to be head of a department where he taught 47 of his years there. George Washington Carver taught many tips about farming and also about cropping. George Washington Carver seemed to enjoy his celebrity life. He was honored by many, such as Booker T. Washington, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and NAACP. George Washington Carver was a Christian at a young age, the age of 10. He believed in both God and science and applied it into his life, into his everyday life. George Washington Carver was mostly lonely his entire life because he had no wife, nor did he have any kids. After falling unconsciously, George Washington Carver died January the 5th, 1943, at the age of 48. George Washington Carver lived a wonderful and successful life. Today, any other day, and forever, George Washington Carver will be remembered and recognized. He will always be a part of Black history. George Washington Carver identified himself as Carver George. No matter where you're from or where you grew up, success is always the key to freedom. After researching and coming up with this project, I've learned a lot. George Washington Carver was not only human as we people are today, but he also went through the same struggles as we go through. No matter whether it's school, work, goals, etc., you can always push forward. Like George Washington Carver would say, success is the key to unlock the golden door to freedom. Thank you.